Welcome back to GTU. Spring into home projects with the experts. But how do you find the best contractor for your renovations?
Tim Brown Jr. from RGS Exteriors is here in the sponsored interview to share a few tips to put on that list of contracting. This is the season.
It's the season.
For all the projects. I had someone come out and give a quote for a patio, but how do you know you have the right person to do the job?
You know, I think really it's difficult, right? So today we just want to go through 10 simple, quick things. I think they're going to throw it on the screen and we can just kind of go through them individually. But the first thing you want to do is make sure who they are. Do they have a name? Do they have an address? And why is that important? It matters because if they don't have a place of business, are they a chuck and a truck? Are they a one-man band? And that matters. A lot of it goes back to how long have they been in business, because if they've been in business for a very, very short amount of time, they probably don't have a place of business.
Yeah, they might not even have that LLC set up. It might not be something that they follow through with.
Right.
I love that you are sharing these and going through these with us and giving us this education today. The second one you say is really important. Does the company carry insurance, and is that adequate?
And it's probably the biggest one. And the reason why it's so important on that one is because in the state of Utah, you're required to carry liability insurance and workman's comp insurance on your employees. But workman's comp insurance is you have or you don't have. So if you have it and somebody gets hurt on your home, heaven forbid, you as a homeowner are protected as long as they have workman's comp. But if they don't have workman's comp, you as a homeowner now become the general contractor and now liable for those person's injuries. So that's really, really important to make sure they have a workman's comp certificate. As far as liability insurance is concerned, that's a really, really important one. And it's a dollar amount. And the reason why that's so important, why that's so critical, is the state of Utah only requires so much. I believe it's $250,000. Now, think about that. If, heaven forbid, a contractor were to burn your home down, would $250,000 cover your home and all the belongings in it, especially today? Right? Not even close. So you need to make sure that you have a policy that's large enough that will cover your home and all the belongings in it. Now, here's another caveat. Heaven forbid it burns a neighbor's home down. Now what? You got to make sure you have an umbrella policy that not only will cover your home, but also an additionally. And so what we recommend is a $2 million policy with a $5 million umbrella. If you have that in most homes in Utah, you're going to be able to cover your home and your neighbor. So make sure that your contractor has workman's comp and liability insurance for those amounts.
And also licensed as well. I think every single homeowner has some type of horror story with a contractor. What is their track record? These are things that we have to know.
Yeah, and the state of Utah has a really good policy that if you are harmed, then in theory you're protected. But the way you protect yourself is to make sure that they are licensed. Now, licensed and insured is what everybody always says, but how do you know? Ask the contractor when they come to give you an estimate to leave you certificates of their license number, of their liability, and workman's comp policy.
You also say make sure you know how long they've been in business, and this one, what is the company track record for handling complaints?
That's a big one because we don't think about that very often. And I'm not gonna, any contractor that tells you they've never had a problem is lying. Run. Because we all make mistakes. Our company makes mistakes too. But I think the biggest thing and the way that you can handle it is how do they handle those problems. Look at the Better Business Bureau. If somebody has 0 complaints on there, there's probably an issue. I know that sounds funny and it sounds backwards, but
too good to be true.
It's too good to be true. And so the way you can tell in the Better Business Bureau is you can see a complaint handled. And then you can click on it and read it, and you can read everything that went through it. And so you want to make sure that the contractors are dealing with homeowners correctly, handling those problems, and dealing with them in a timely manner.
Well, you want to know how it was resolved, because we can't expect that there would be no issues at all.
That's right.
That's so important. And then what else would you suggest before you're going into a project and hiring someone? And I think the track record speaks for itself, too.
Yeah, sure. I mean, these are just different pictures that they've thrown up. There's some the work we've done before and afters. But I think the most important thing is to make sure, like we talked about, licensed, insured, what are they doing? How long have they been in business? The other thing, too, as far as how long they've been in business is to think about the Small Business Association, the SBA, basically says that the homeowners, or contractors, excuse me, go out of business within 5 years. 75% of them are out of business within 5 years. And so you want to make sure that you've got a company that's got a good track record, that's been in business for a long time, that hasn't gone anywhere. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is, what about their warranty? Now, if I've only been in business for 2 years and I give you a 20-year warranty, is that warranty really any good? No, it doesn't do you any good. Warranty's only as good as a company's in business. So if a company gives you a 10-year warranty, they better have been in business for at least 10 years.
Yeah.
Right? And then I think to kind of wrap up with that, the other thing that's really important is don't look at just the warranty of the manufacturers or the products. Because I'm going to be honest with you, anytime a manufacturer has a warranty, they're going to weasel their way out of it. They're just going to. They're going to find the best contractor, the perfect contractor is going to install something incorrectly, and they're going to get rid of it. But if you as a homeowner can be protected from the contractor's warranty, that's the one that matters.
Such good information today. We will link to the checklist too for what you need to ask. And we know we're in good hands with RGS Exteriors, Utah.com. Tim, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. All that information on your screen right now. And thanks to RGS Exteriors for sponsoring this interview.